Lesson 24. LangChain basics and when to reach for it. Orchestration and routing. Your desk probably keep bringing up this tool called LangChain, and you're wondering if it's magic or just extra work. As a PM, you care because using the wrong tool blows up your timeline and makes your app way harder to fix later. Let's figure out what it actually does, so you can keep your team focused. Think about that messy drawer in your kitchen full of weird gadgets. You've got an avocado slicer, a strawberry huller, and an egg separator. They're great for very specific jobs, but if you just want to boil an egg, grabbing the fancy separator is just silly. You just use a normal pot and some water. That gadget drawer is LangChain. It's an orchestration framework, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a box of pre-built code pieces that hook your AI model up to outside data and tools. It chains different steps together so the AI can actually do things instead of just talking. Here's how it works in the kitchen. First, the AI reads the user's order. Then, LangChain passes that order to a search gadget to find a recipe. Next, it hands the recipe to a math gadget to scale the ingredients. Finally, it serves the final answer back to the user. The chain just loops through reading, processing, and passing the baton until it's done. You can even wire these gadgets in a web where the AI decides which tool to grab next based on what the user asks. That's the real power of it, letting the AI route itself through a maze of tools. But here's the twist. If your app just needs to chat or summarize a document, using LangChain is like using an egg separator to boil an egg. The extra parts just get in the way and make debugging a total nightmare. Look at this real example. On the left, a simple chatbot that answers FAQs. It doesn't need LangChain. On the right, a support agent that reads emails, checks a database for order status, and drafts a refund. That one needs the gadget drawer. You only pull out the heavy tools when the job actually has moving parts. So forget the myth that every AI app needs a framework. Here are your 2 moves as a PM. First, ask your devs to map out the exact steps the AI needs to take. Second, if there are only 1 or 2 steps, tell them to skip the framework and just write plain code. This keeps your codebase light and your launch date on track. Always ask your team, are we boiling an egg or are we making a 5-course meal? LangChain is a great gadget drawer, but don't use it when a simple pot will do. Keep things simple until the recipe actually demands the fancy tools. Thanks for watching, and go build something smart.